One of the bands that I play in, Last Chance Band, recently played a music festival. So today I am doing something that I try to do every once in a while, especially maybe when we have a bigger gig that we play, and that is I try to record it and then go back and watch and listen to what I did and what I played and see what I can take away from it, see how I can use the footage to make me better. Right? This is nothing new. Sports teams do this all the time. They watch tape. You think you played one thing, turns out the footage actually shows you didn't do maybe quite as great as you thought. So that's kind of what we're going to do today. Just an honest look, hopefully me being honest with myself, what maybe went well, what I could do better in the future moving forward. Just kind of use this as a practice tool, keep working on my game in a sense. So I did jump ahead. I just watched a brief section of this and just to make sure that the audio quality was going to be at least passable. I know it's not great. You're hearing a pretty harsh mix, mostly just drums and my guitar amp sitting there. But other than that, I haven't watched any of this footage yet. So we just played the gig a few days ago. The gig itself is still fresh in my mind. I think I know what I played and what I sounded like, but ultimately we're gonna watch this live together at the same time, and we'll see if my memory is anything like reality. Starting off here. I have a slide section coming up here, and the action on this guitar is super low, so it's not great for slide. Okay, so that I'm fine with. Pretty standard blues slide licks. Let's keep going here. This song has a solo at some point. So here's the first guitar solo of the set coming up right here. So other than I left the frame of the camera, that one I think I got. It was pretty much just like what I played on the record, so nothing too interesting there. Let's move forward. As musicians, as guitar players, I think a lot of times we are our own harshest critics, and I think that's a good thing. I think the day you stop, the day that you hear stuff you play and you think, you know what, that's it. I couldn't do it any better. I think that's the day you stop getting better. The reality is there's enough different styles within guitar. Even if you've mastered one, there's still plenty of other things that you're probably not great at. I know personally myself, I hear most of my playing and I hate it. I hate the phrasing I'm using. I don't think I sound very good a lot of times. And the remedy to that is more practice, more playing, and obviously watching footage like this, and then really being honest with yourself as to what it is you don't like and how you can go about fixing that. Now I will say in this specific footage, a lot of these solos were worked out ahead of time. It's kind of a 50-50 mix. Some of them were improvised, some of them were played just like the record. I had the benefit of playing all of these songs on the actual recordings, so even the recorded versions are kind of my style. So this is a cover we did of Eric Church song Creepin'. The solo is actually really cool if you played it like the record. I don't here, I just improvised this one. Don't even remember what I played, we'll see how it goes. Oh, got the mic stand there, or the guitar stand. So a few things I noticed there. Obviously, I just was playing blues rock licks over that, which kind of fits the song. One of the reasons I like to watch this stuff is not just to hear what it is we're playing, but also kind of see stage presence, see if we can work on our live show just from a appearance standpoint, right? And we don't often get the chance to play stages like this, festivals like this, right? We play a lot just locally in our area. So when we get opportunities like this, it's cool. The thing I'm noticing is this stage obviously has the bump out there, the runway, whatever you call it. And I actually don't know what you would call that. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments. But I can tell watching this that our band is not used to having that. We didn't really quite know how to make use of it. I think looking back, I would have liked maybe the singer to have been out there a little bit more without us. Ultimately, right, we're there to support him. It's his show. It's the band's show, but I think we could have choreographed a little better how we made use of that space, not being out there too much without the singer out there as well. But yeah, we don't, like I said, we don't play shows like this a lot with access to something like that. So it's not really something we've ever worked out before. But yeah, that solo was passable. I think it was fine. One thing that a common theme I think when I watch this stuff is anytime I don't like what I'm playing less would have solved the problem. A lot of times with phrasing and stuff, it's literally just I played too much. It was too busy and it just got muddled and didn't sound good. If I had just played less, it probably would have been perfectly fine. But let's keep cruising here. The next song we go into is also a cover. We did 3 covers total for this set. The next one we did was a Brothers Osborne cover, which has a super cool solo in it. So I'm using a baritone patch for this. It's dropped, or they recorded that song with a baritone patch. I think I have it dropped 4 steps. Baritone-esque. Let's see. That's probably where the solo is, so let's see. Here goes nothing. Couple flub notes in there, but mostly I was trying to play it like John Osborne did on his version. Yeah, that initial walk down, I flubbed the second note. I remember that from the set, but what are you gonna do? Let's see, what do we got next here? I think after this we go to another original. So I think I jumped right to the solo section. So this is a song of ours called Dirty. When I first recorded this song is 4 or 5 years old at this point. I spent a lot of time writing out this solo, and we'll see how I did, I guess. I don't. Oh, actually, you know what? Before we get to this, I wanted to see what I played at the end of the Brothers Osborne song. So this is something we had kind of worked out as a band, and we were gonna play kind of that repeating lick a few times, and I was gonna go into this like shred tapping thing, and then I chickened out the day of. So this was fully improvised, and yeah, we'll see how it went. Oh, get the tap tempo going. I'm not sure what really, it's passable. I think it's fine. That's something for like this specific set. I should have just taken more time and worked it out, had an ending that I wanted to play that I liked. But I wasn't super comfortable with what I wanted to do going into it, so I just ended up winging it, and that's what you end up with sometimes. Okay, now on to Dirty. That would be me out there. Let's back up a little bit. Okay. Some good Strat tone. You can tell I'm on the Strat side of this guitar there. Close, not perfect, but definitely timing got off a little bit on that faster run. I kind of play this song out, and the rest of this was fully improvised, so... Yeah, that would be one of those parts, objectively, I don't know if there's anything wrong with it, but I just don't really like what I played in the beginning. I think it just, the timing of some of the stuff, the phrasing just bugs me. Like I said, I think that the antidote to that would be, for maybe a specific set like this, to just have all your parts choreographed, have everything, don't leave anything up to improv. Maybe you'll have different opinions on that. I do also enjoy some element of improvising even on bigger stages, because I think that's ultimately kind of what makes it human. Maybe it's not quite so polished, but there's some element of, you know what, you're just going to go up there, you've put enough time in at this point, and you're just going to play what comes to you. So yeah, you have to find a balance, find what works. Don't love it, don't hate it. I think we have, there's one more, I want to listen to one more thing for this, and that would be the only like actual solo I took on pedal steel. I think it's right here. Pretty straightforward pedal steel solo. Like, basically it was improvised. I just was curious exactly what I played. I think it's passable. Pedal steel is definitely not my main instrument. So if any of you are pedal steel players, you'll realize how basic I kept that one. All right, well, I'll spare you from any more mediocre playing. I think overall there was more flub notes than I realized, not a ton. There was a few listening back where, like, I got done with a section and I thought, oh, I think that went pretty smoothly, when in reality it went mostly smoothly, but there was definitely some flub notes. Something I guess to keep in mind, even for myself as I watch this too, is the mix you're hearing here is basically just drums and guitar, because my amps are sitting right in front of where the camera was set up. Outside, like out in front of house, everything's going to be a little bit more mixed together. So what I'm hearing is like a super harsh guitar tone where the mistakes are glaring. Some of them maybe would be a little bit easier to gloss over, or they might just kind of blend in. They're not maybe so much as like an awful like wrong note, as much as it just was muted a little bit more than it should have been. So a lot of that stuff isn't necessarily going to show up so much in a mix. But overall, I think this is a good exercise. I try to do this when we do have like choreographed sets, where I have time to practice the specific arrangements a lot beforehand. I try to record it and then, yeah, see how it is, how I actually execute what it is I practiced. And yes, every time I do this stuff, it's a glaring reminder that we're not quite there yet. I think it's a lifelong endeavor for sure. I mean, everyone says that, but that's all I got. Hopefully this maybe could be just inspiration for people. One, think about recording your next performance for your next show. And then, yeah, listen back and be honest with yourself what it is you thought you did well, what it is you think you could improve on. Yeah, just use it as a learning tool. One of the things I try to do is when there is a part that I miss, or even if I don't record, but like I'm practicing a solo and like, okay, we're playing Folsom Prison Blues and there's this thing I want to try, and then I go for it and I just completely flub it. That to me is like, okay, I'm gonna go home and I am never ever going to mess up that part again. Like I will spend hours practicing the thing that I missed. I'll practice it at speeds faster than we would ever play it live, so that in the future, right, I'm not going to make the same mistake. And yeah, I think that's just part of the learning curve, part of the learning process for this stuff. But yeah, thanks for hanging out if you've made it this long, watching shitty audio quality of me trying to make my way through a set. I am working on like a vlog for this entire weekend. This festival was a pretty big festival in country music. We were on the side stage, as you saw there. But yeah, kind of a big deal for my band, so I'm working on a video that just kind of captures some of the behind the scenes stuff for the weekend. So if you're interested, stay tuned. That'll be coming out maybe here in the next couple of weeks. All right, well, I won't keep you any longer. Cheers, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you all in the next video.